Hi, hello. Sorry for my absence. I know I've been gone for a bit, and that's mostly due to the fact that I've had a very busy end of the year. I had to deal with medical complications and Christmas and New Year's, spending time with family, spending time with friends, getting ready to go to college because my gap semester, if you want to call it that, is over. So I've been a busy bee, okay? I've been quite busy. Nonetheless, I do hope that all of you had at least a somewhat good holidays. I know that, they're over, but I do wish that all of you have spent time with your family or friends or people that care for you. Um, this video isn't scripted, so if I get anything wrong, even though it's my own experience, but in case I bring other stuff up and I get something wrong, please let me know. I always appreciate being corrected on stuff that I'm not very versed in and that I'm not very knowledgeable in. So if I get anything wrong, please let me know. Anyways, I'm finally addressing it as if I hadn't addressed it like 2 times beforehand. But what is it that I'm addressing? What I'm addressing, oh my god, is regarding my voice and this voice that you're hearing right now and the voice that I've used in my previous videos and how people just can't shut the fuck up about it. I already knew, even before starting commentary, that a lot of people were going to bring it up, whether it be in a positive or negative matter. I already knew that people were going to ask questions about it and people were going to make comments about it and all this other stuff. So much, in fact, that I've been wanting to start commentary for a few months now, but I always postponed it. Goddamn. I always postponed it because I felt like I wouldn't. People were gonna be so annoying about it. But I didn't expect people to be this annoying about it. The amount of comments, a lot of the comments are extremely respectful. They're asking questions, and the main reason why I'm even making this video is to be able to answer those questions and also just kind of make fun of other people who are very inconsiderate about the things that they're saying. Nonetheless, what was I saying? I already knew that people were going to comment on it. I already knew people were going to ask questions about it. Some people have very original statements, is all I'm going to say. Very original ideas that I didn't even know could be said by people that have working brain cells. The reason why I even started using my voice, despite me knowing this, was because I was genuinely considering using AI for voiceover, like text to speech. But that kind of goes against stuff that I believe in, and I'm very I stand on business. Like I stand on fucking business, bro. So I was like, yeah, I don't fuck with AI. I'm not gonna use AI. So either you thug it out or you just don't do it. And I was like, just not doing it some pussy shit. So I decided to, say fuck it, thug it out, and just use my voice. Not to say that if people are genuinely uncomfortable with their voice, how it sounds, or they can't talk, that AI is not a helpful tool for them. It's just that it's not something that I personally want to participate in, especially when it is not something that I particularly need to use. First off, just to clarify, because I keep getting a lot of comments saying that I'm a minor, like I'm 12, 11. I'm not. I am a grown ass man. I'm grown. I'm 19. I pay bills, I pay taxes, I'm not paying my taxes because of the strike, but I'm a grown man. Please stop calling me a little kid, and I will bring this up later because it does have to do with I genuinely think it has to do with infantilizing people, but I'll bring that up later. Second thing I want to get out of the way incredibly quickly, because it makes me incredibly uncomfortable when people do this. I've received, they're not as often as the thinking I'm a child comments, but they're way too frequent for my comfort. And it's people thinking or saying they expected me to have a quote unquote black voice, whatever that means. Just to clarify, I'm not a black person. I've never stated to be black. Like I'm Hispanic, I'm Latino. I've been very open about this. well, Hispanic, Latino, whatever. I know there are different terms. Okay, whatever. Who cares? I'm Latino. I don't have any black relatives. I'm not black, so I don't know if it's because people are not used to seeing characters with darker skin tones and curlier hair. Like there's people who are tan and have curly hair. Like it's not a fucking hard concept to grasp if you go outside. Um Also, and to clarify, there's nothing wrong with being black. I can't believe I have to clarify that. People, whatever. Commentary people are stupid. Okay, whatever. Who cares? I'm not. I've never stated to be anything else other than Latino. I am Latino, from Salvadorian descent specifically. So please stop comparing me to black people, or saying that you guys expect me to be a nonchalant. Like, what do you expect me to sound like? A nonchalant dreadhead, bro? Like, what does that even mean? What does having a black voice sound? Is it because of the southern accent? I have a southern accent because I live in the south. Like, I live in the south. I live in the deep south, bro. Like, I don't understand this. Okay, I sound very annoyed, and that's because I am very annoyed at this, because it comes off like very stereotypical. Like, what do you mean you expect me to have a black voice, but you were surprised because I sound white? I'm not either of those. And the fact it generally comes off as, to me, it comes off as stereotyping. I'm not gonna lie, it comes off as stereotyping to me, and that's what makes me the most uncomfortable, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that generally makes me uncomfortable. So please just stop saying that. I'm not I'm Latino. Please just stop. Now, the third thing that I have to clarify, and this might get me in a little bit of trouble, but because it's morally ambiguous. A lot of people don't know what my gender is, and that's because I've lied to a bunch of people, because frankly, I don't know why the audience of anyone feels so entitled for a person to out themselves. You know, I'm comfortable enough in my identity to not give a shit. When I lied about it to people, it was mostly for jokes, because I would just joke with my friends about it. I find it funny. But the fact that so many people feel entitled to knowing such sensitive information from people is very outrageous, in my opinion. I've told people that I'm a cis guy. I've told people that I'm a girl and use a male avatar in the same way that dudes use female characters in games. I've told people I'm a trans man. I've told people that I'm a trans woman. I've lied. I've used every single identity in the book. Like, nobody's been left out. And I know that that's not really a good idea, but I honestly just thought it was funny at the time. To add to the confusion that a lot of you may have, I have stated before that I don't really care what pronouns people use on me, because at the time I just hadn't been honest to anyone about my gender identity. So if people were mixing them up, like, at that point it's my own fault. So I didn't really care what people called me. But just to let y'all know that I use he him pronouns. I had to put them in my bio because people kept asking me, and I got tired of responding and answering the question. But yes, I use he him pronouns. They them is fine. If you don't know what my gender is, actually any pronouns are fine if you don't know what my gender is. Like, I generally don't care. Like, but yeah, I use he him pronouns. To be 100% honest with you all, I'm a trans man. I'm a binary trans man. I'm a man, I'm a male, I'm a he, I'm a him. I don't do that mentally ill stuff. All of those past videos that I've done where I've used my voice are videos when I was pre-T. I'm on T now. I barely started it. I had to DIY that shit because, like I said, I live in the deep south and that shit mad expensive. I don't got mola like that, bro. I don't got mola like that. But yeah, those were when I was pre-T. I started T. I've been on T as of recording this for I think 5 days. Like, I barely hit the 5-day mark. So yeah, my voice will hopefully, because you never know the changes. Hopefully, my voice will drop to a comfortable level for your little ears to hear. Um, and I do think, like I said, bringing up the infantilizing thing, I feel like a lot of the times, whenever it's people, whenever it's trans mass people that are preteen, um, they expect them to look like little boys or to look like tomboys, which is just really weird. So I think the confusion came from me using a very masculine avatar instead of using an avatar that um, looks more quote unquote feminine. I feel like that's where a lot of the confusion came from. And I just find it really weird, in my opinion, that you guys just expect everyone who's preety to want to look and want to present themselves in a twinkish, femboyish way. I just find it really weird. Nope, there's not a problem, if people want to, if trans mass people want to present themselves that way. That's not what I do. The reason why my avatar is very male presenting is because, one, that avatar is actually based on the male family members that I have. That avatar is very resemblant of the male, like I said, the male family members that I have. That's what they look like, and that's what I expect to look like after being on some years on T, which is why my avatar looks like that. And because, like I said, when I was talking about me making my Sona, it's just what I feel most comfortable presenting as, especially online, especially since I don't think I will ever show my face due to safety reasons. I won't ever show my face, so I want to make sure that I have an avatar that I'm 100% completely comfortable in. And I know that a lot of the confusion came from that, from having such a masculine avatar. But yeah, that's the reason why my avatar looks like that. He looks like me, but he also looks like future me. Like, I hope he looks like future me is what I'm trying to say. He also he also looks like my male family members. So after being on T, I'll probably look like them. I'll probably look like my avatar, which is why my avatar is the way that he is. And like I said before, the fact that so many people feel like preety people have to look a certain way, it's just very weird in my opinion. Not all preety trans people want to look like twinks. Not all preety trans people want to look like femboys. It's just not how it works, okay? I'm a very masculine trans max person. I'm a man, like I said, I'm a trans man. Don't worry, I went through all the stages. I know, I'm 100% sure I went through all the stages. I identify as a girl for like majority of my childhood, and then I transitioned to non-binary, and it didn't work. Okay, it just didn't work. Okay, it's not for me. So yeah, that's what that's about. I don't think I have anything more to add or to respond to, so I'm just gonna end it off at that. If any of you guys have any questions or anything like that, please let me know in the comments. Try to be respectful because I've been dealing with a bunch of like transphobic people, just like saying slurs and shit, and like you're annoying, bro. You're mad annoying, bro. Like I'll just block you off my channel. um Other than that though, like if you guys got any questions, you can ask me them. I'll see if I can respond to them and stuff. And also, like, please let me know like what y'all think about like all this stuff, because I feel like a lot of what I've experienced is people like trying to put me in boxes. I want to know if you guys have had any experiences dealing with this, like with how people like have trouble with how people perceive you and stuff. Cause I'm very ambiguous in like all aspects of myself. So like people always mix things up, and it's always funny to see how people interpret who I am and what I am, and always fucking up. I think it's funny to an extent, but once it's like multiple people, it can get annoying. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that. Thank you for listening to this. Thank you for listening to this. Are you over 18? Because if you are, then your testosterone must be small, or One Punch Man levels. Also, are you an actual femboy or just the OC?